Welcome to Echoes Untold, where we bring forgotten moments of history back to life. Today, we embark on a journey into the depths of the North Sea to uncover one of World War II's enduring naval mysteries, the disappearance of HMS Narwhal. Was it an unfortunate victim of enemy airpower, or did it vanish under even more sinister conditions? Was it sunk by a Luftwaffe aircraft, destroyed by a U-boat, or lost due to a tragic accident? These questions have lingered for over 80 years, as HMS Narwhal never returned from its mission in July 1940. Join us as we retrace the final voyage of HMS Narwhal, uncovering the dangers, theories, and ultimate fate of this lost submarine. By mid-1940, World War II had entered a critical phase. Nazi Germany had achieved shocking victories, overwhelming Poland in 1939 and then sweeping across Western Europe in the spring of 1940. The rapid fall of France left Britain as the only remaining major power fighting against Hitler's war machine. With France's surrender in June, Germany was now preparing for Operation Sea Lion, its planned invasion of Britain. The Royal Navy was the single greatest obstacle preventing German forces from crossing the English Channel. Controlling the seas was vital for Britain's survival, and the war beneath the waves was just as important as battles fought on land or in the air. HMS Narwhal was a crucial part of Britain's underwater war effort. As a Grampus-class submarine, it was specially designed for laying mines, making it an effective tool for disrupting German naval operations. Mines were a silent and deadly threat, capable of destroying enemy warships and merchant vessels with a single detonation. In previous missions, HMS Narwhal had successfully laid minefields in critical locations, sinking several German vessels and disrupting supply lines. But in the summer of 1940, it was given one of its most dangerous assignments yet, one from which it would never return. On July 22, 1940, HMS Narwhal set sail from Blyth, Northumberland, under the command of Lieutenant Commander Ronald Burch. Its orders were clear: deploy mines off the coast of German-occupied Norway, proceed to a patrol zone in the North Sea, report back to base upon completion. The minefield was intended to disrupt German supply and troop transport routes, hindering their war effort in Norway and beyond. This mission was part of a larger strategy to weaken the Kriegsmarine, German Navy, and delay Operation Sea Lion. The following morning, July 23, a British reconnaissance aircraft spotted HMS Narwhal making its way toward its destination. The sighting confirmed that the submarine was on schedule and operating as expected. After that, Narwhal was never seen again. No distress signals, no survivors, no wreckage definitively identified. By early August, when it failed to report back, the Royal Navy officially declared HMS Narwhal lost at sea. But what had happened? With no survivors and no confirmed wreckage, the fate of HMS Narwhal has been the subject of speculation for decades. Several theories attempt to explain its sudden disappearance. One of the strongest theories is that HMS Narwhal was spotted and sunk by German aircraft. German Luftwaffe records from July 23–24, 1940, mention attacks on British submarines in the North Sea. One report suggests that a Heinkel He-115 torpedo bomber or a Junkers Ju-88 engaged and destroyed a submarine in the area where Narwhal was operating. If true, this would explain the sudden loss of communication. The attack could have been swift and catastrophic, preventing the crew from sending a distress signal. A direct hit by a torpedo or depth charges could have sent Narwhal to the bottom almost instantly. If Narwhal accidentally entered a German minefield, it could have been destroyed in seconds. The North Sea was heavily mined by both the British and the Germans. If Narwhal accidentally entered a German minefield, it could have been destroyed in seconds. A mine explosion would explain why no distress call was sent. If the detonation was powerful enough, the submarine would have been torn apart before the crew had a chance to react. However, without wreckage to examine, this theory remains speculation. The North Sea was a dangerous hunting ground for submarines. The Kriegsmarine had several U-boats operating in the region, patrolling for British vessels. It's possible that HMS Narwhal was ambushed by a German U-boat before it could carry out its mission. U-boat commanders often reported successful attacks on enemy submarines, but no confirmed reports match the disappearance of Narwhal. If it was torpedoed, it may have sunk before anyone on board could send a distress signal. Submarines of this era were complex machines, and even a minor technical malfunction could be deadly. If Narwhal suffered a failure in its ballast tanks, engines, or hull integrity, it could have rapidly sunk to depths from which it could not resurface. Similarly, an accident, such as an unexpected flood in a compartment, could have led to the submarine sinking with no time to call for help. This theory remains plausible but is difficult to prove without physical evidence. Some theories suggest that HMS Narwhal was involved in a classified mission, possibly delivering agents to Nazi-occupied Europe or engaging in covert operations. If the submarine was sunk during an unrecorded special operation, official records might never have documented its true fate. While intriguing, there is little evidence to support this theory. HMS Narwhal and its crew of 59 brave souls remain honored among the many submarines lost during the war. Their sacrifice, though shrouded in mystery, played a part in Britain's struggle for survival during one of the darkest periods of the 20th century. The wreck of HMS Narwhal has never been definitively located. In recent years, sonar scans of the North Sea have identified several unidentified submarine wrecks, but none have been confirmed as Narwhal. With advances in underwater exploration, future discoveries may finally reveal the truth. Until then, the story of HMS Narwhal remains one of the great unsolved mysteries of World War II. As we reflect on the fate of HMS Narwhal, we remember the courage of those who served beneath the waves, fighting battles that few would ever witness. The oceans hold many secrets, and some may never be fully revealed. But what remains is the sacrifice of those who gave their lives in the service of their country. If you enjoyed this deep dive into history, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to Echoes Untold for more untold stories from the past. And remember, Echoes Untold, where history whispers, and we listen. Fact-checked note and sources. This account of HMS Narwhal is based on naval records, historical research, and military archives. Sources include Royal Navy Submarine Museum British Naval Historical Reports, 1939-1945, Luftwaffe War Diaries, 1940, Submarines at War 1939-1945, by Richard Compton Hall. While some details remain speculative due to the lack of definitive wreckage or direct records, the information presented here reflects the best available research.